All right, we're back. Boston the Brewer, episode number 49. Got a few things to talk about. We had our first meetup for the launch of the Grodlaunski, so we'll get into that. Hendo's got a field trip planned for tomorrow to commemorate the passing of the Queen. I think that's what it's for. That's what he said it's for. I don't know. Let's dig into that one. I mean, there's a little... Oh, we've got a stats update as well. And some news, some actual news. Let's get into it. Here he is. Here's the boss man right now. All right, he's coming in. He's coming in hot. Oh, whoa.
What's going on?
Coming in. Is it green screen or was that just your bedroom or what's happening right? Yeah, that's.
I'm in a hotel room.
Where are you?
Adelaide, or should I say, Radelaide?
You're always in Radelaide.
Doing some work down here.
How is it?
It's good, man. Yeah, it's going pretty good. The Queen dying threw a bit of a spanner in the works, but that's all right. I get to go on a field trip tomorrow.
What's the highlights of Radelaide so far? When did you get there?
Got down here yesterday. I actually spent last night in a little town down in near McLaren Vale called Aldinga, and went and saw Brenton from Kickback Brewing, and beers are sensational.
That's good. I haven't heard of them.
Beers are sensational. So yeah, it's time to the brew pub, mate. You won't be able to. They don't put their beer in a can or anything like that. You got to go there to drink it. There's must be 10 or 15 different beers. There's a cider. There's a seltzer. This hazy was excellent. The Hellas was excellent. Yep.
Right. I'm following them right now.
And bloody brilliant. So, yeah, doing a little bit of work with Brenton and a little bit of sensory work and that sort of thing. And back up here to Adelaide today.
McLaren Vale's awesome. Their Instagram's funny. It's got an all overall kind of very specific vibe to it.
Yeah.
Orange vibe.
It's orange. Yeah, he's done a pretty good job there of the branding and everything. It's a really weird looking hotel room, isn't it?
The hotel room's fine. It's what's in the foreground that's weird looking.
Thanks, man.
You got a beer?
It's sorry about the potato quality Hendo. I'm on my laptop and it's a piece of shit. So no, I don't have a beer, but I've got a mini bar. Should I rate the mini bar?
Definitely.
Great.
What are you working with in there?
Let's have a look. What have I got? Here we go. I've got.
Okay, you probably can't hear this on the audio, but he said "I've got," and he's yelling out.
No, I can hear. I can
hear.
Yeah,
you can hear, but you got to think about the people listening to this later on in the car and wondering why.
Did you not hear that?
I'm not editing that out. Definitely not.
Oh, okay. Well, here we go. I've got Bogue's Premium.
Oh, no way.
It's going to be light struck as fuck.
That's fine.
And when in Rome.
Hell yeah. That's in the fridge.
There we go. Coopers.
You going to give that a little roll or no?
Well, to roll or not to roll? Should you roll your Coopers?
I haven't had one for so long, I wouldn't even know. I definitely used to.
I'm going to roll it.
Is that what you're having right now?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's get a photo of that.
I'm going to roll it.
Wait, just get the photo first. Brilliant.
Is my hair okay?
Are we?
All right, here we go. It's been sitting on its side in the fridge because I can see some yeast on the side. So anyway, let's fucking roll it and see what happens. How many times are you supposed to roll it?
Just let it all smush around in there a little bit.
Yeah, pretty hazy. I've no glass.
They don't put dates on bottles, do they? I mean, that thing could be 16 years old.
Probably. Oh boy, that smells very light struck. As soon as I open that.
People don't drink a lot of beer out of hotel fridges.
Best after 4th of June, 2022.
best after.
Mm.
As in, that makes no sense.
It's bottle condition, mate.
Oh, okay. So it was packed not too
Well, it takes a
early
week
before,
or something for it to condition.
Month before that.
And so they say best after this date when it's fully conditioned.
Oh, so it's pretty fresh then. What, for like just what, 3 or 4 weeks?
What are we now? No, we're in September, so 3 months old at least.
That's pretty good for a hotel fridge.
That's not bad, yeah. It's Cooper's. Everyone drinks it. It's like volume beer here. So
true. Well, I've got Black Ops Goat just because that's all that was in my fridge. And
do you know what I was doing? Like just as this call started, I was on the Black Hops website ordering some Wayne Grodlaunski.
No, I've got some for you. I was going to ask you that today. I've got some for you because I left before you the other night, so I didn't get the chance to talk to you about it.
Oh, so you got one for me?
There's some for you in Brizzy. So just.
Oh, you're a star.
Are you going to be close to Brizzy or what's happening?
Well, I'm back on Sunday, but I can call in next week. So if you just get them to hang on to it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a legend. Thank you.
Just go into Brizzy and you're sweet. But we'll get into that. And I'm glad you said that that's what you were doing in your bedroom before this podcast, because I didn't think that's the way it was going to go. So I'm happy that's what
did you think was going to happen?
Well, I don't know, but it was my mind was going elsewhere. I will say I feel a little bit bad because last week I was saying I was drinking the what's it called? Double Vision. What's the
Yes.
So
Future Magic.
Future Magic.
Yeah.
And it sounded a bit ungrateful. And I went and saw Sean at his premises and I felt a bit bad because he was like, "Oh, I'll give you something lighter next time." I was like, now I feel bad because I was very grateful and it was a delicious beer, but I've got another one in there. I don't want to get.
But if you looked at the Facebook group, everyone was saying, "Send you more strong beer."
I know. But I don't know if he was taking the piss or if it's just going to be a thing now. I feel like it's going to be a thing, right?
Seeing double, it was called.
Yeah. Okay. Seeing double. Yeah.
Sean gave me some beers at Black Ops 3,
nice.
which I was very grateful for, and I actually drank the stout before I left down here, and it's a very good porter. Brown porter or robust porter, but it's not a stout.
Yeah, I mean, eggnog stout.
Still a good beer.
Not a stout either, right?
Actually, really fucking tasty beer, to be fair. But if I was going to enter that in a competition, like you can call it a stout, but if you were going to enter it in a competition, you probably wouldn't enter it in a stout.
Well, that's fine. That's
class.
Only been a new thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, you can't get away with that now.
No, not the Abers.
No. Not the Indies either, I think.
So, do you want to do a bit of a recap on the Grodlaunski? That I'll start by saying you turned up an hour and a half late.
I was on the ferry.
Well, you weren't on the ferry when I called you at 4:30 when you were half an hour late. You were at home.
Yeah, I was washing my hair.
Were you on the Black Ops website trying to order Grodlaunski?
No. So what happened, right, was I was running late because I had to go and drop my beers off because the Dunkelweiss that came third in the Queensland QABC homebrewing competition.
Weird flex, but okay.
It is a weird flex, but it had to get to Hoppy Days before I left, right? So I literally flew out. I was working at TAFE on Monday. It was my last chance to drop that bottle over for the Nationals. And so I dropped it over, but I was running horrendously late. And so, I fucked up. And sorry about that. But I hope you enjoyed the live stream on the ferry.
Well, even that was weird. We all enjoyed it because we were sitting around there wondering where you were. And then someone's like, I think Paul was like, Hendo's going live on the ferry in the group. And it was just you, couldn't hear anything. It was just you, could barely even see you half the time. And you were just on a ferry and everyone was just giving you shit post comments.
It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? Aren't the 12 awesome?
They were awesome. It was great. And there was a time where there was actually exactly 12 people there. And that was when I got the photo.
Yes, I know. And I missed some people because I was late because I saw Jacob was there and missed him. And so, yes, apologies for being late. And fuck me, that ferry was slow.
Dude, ferries. I was actually in Brisbane on the weekend, and I thought, okay, Hendo he lives in St. Lucia. He knows about Brisbane. He knows how to get around. So I'm going to do the same thing. And I was in New Farm.
Yep.
And I want to get from New Farm to South Bank, and it's right there.
Yep.
Right to the city, actually. And it's right there. We're
Yep.
on the river. And where I
Yes.
want to get to in the city's on the river. It's got to be so fucking easy. Like, that's got to be the way to go, right?
Yeah.
So I went down to the CityCat terminal, and I don't get public transport because it's
Yeah.
always bullshit. And this is
Yes.
just reinforced that.
Yeah.
I went down there.
Which ferry stop?
I don't know. New Farm Park.
Okay.
New Farm Park. For the CityCat, right? And it should be
You're up.
easy. So
Yes.
I go down there. You can't buy tickets.
No. You've got to have a go-kart. Don't you have a go-kart?
I sure as fuck don't have a go-kart because I don't get public transport.
There are occasions where you'll get public transport and therefore you should have a go-kart.
Well,
Did you not get let on the ferry?
Didn't even try. I was scared off it. It said you can't come on. There's no that you can't even purchase a go-kart anywhere
you
near
can't.
there. Nope.
No. You got to go to like a 7-Eleven or some shit.
So we walk a kilometre down Brunswick Street, all the way down to Merthyr, whatever the shops are there, Merthyr shops or
Merthyr
whatever,
shops,
New Farm
yeah.
Deli, whatever, around there.
You would have
There's
been able
like
to get a go-kart
50
there.
newsagents,
Yeah.
which makes no sense because newsagents have no place anymore. It's weird.
You know they breed like rabbits.
There's newsagents everywhere. And then we
Yes.
have to find the news agency that sells the go-kart. And then she's
Yes.
explained, to me, homeless person fist bumped me, so I probably got COVID. And then I had to spend $60 on 2 go-karts because I had no idea how much it costs. So I'm like, okay, $30. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I want to get around on public transport for the weekend. So I spent $60 on that. That took us 20 minutes, got sunburnt. Walked all the way back to the ferry.
Yes.
Finally got on it. It cost $2.50, so it was fuck all.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
spent 60, so it cost me 60.
Right.
And then we got it all the way to the city, and then it only stops at Riverside Centre, which is nowhere near where we're going. Like, we wanted to go to the mall. So
Yes,
walked
that's
another
right.
2 kilometres through the city to fucking get to the mall.
You would have been best off at Merthyr Road shops jumping on the 199.
What kind of
It's a bus.
code is that?
It's a bus.
A bus. What is
Yes.
that?
It's a long vehicle, usually powered by a Volvo engine, funnily enough.
It's not electric,
And, no, not electric, Volvo. Same as your car.
diesel.
Bigger. Yeah, diesel, yeah. And they're yellow and blue. And away you go. Go jump on a bus. 199 would have taken you all the way to the mall.
How am I supposed to know that? I don't.
If you know, you know.
That's
Public
ridiculous.
transport. There's
This
some
whole
good apps
system
as
is
well.
ridiculous.
The TransLink app is shit. And I use an app called Where's That Bus? And it's way better.
Where's That Bus is a perfect
Where's That
fucking
Bus?
name for an app. I used to get the bus
It
to
is.
work every day and it would never turned up.
Yeah, that's why you go, Where's That Bus?
I mean, it's just, I even tried to Google, like, how do I get a ticket for the CityCat? Nothing. There's just nothing. There's no
It's not
and then
very-
the poor lady
it's
at
not,
the
it's
news
public
agent,
transport. It's not high tech.
the poor lady at the newsagent was like 90 years old. And she's like, yeah, we always get these families walking down here from New Farm Park. They've walked 1.5 kilometres. There's 3 kids. Like, they've taken them 20 minutes. They have to buy their go-kart and walk all the way back just to get a ferry fucking 2 kilometres. It's insane.
Yeah.
I thought public transport at some point would come good in Queensland because
It is. You just got to
It's
get on a bus.
dog
Because the-
shit.
Because the Queensland government's just addicted to buses. Like they're building the what do they call it? The Brisbane Metro, right?
What's that bullshit?
That's a bus.
Okay.
Another fucking bus. What do we need more buses for? There's heaps of buses. They all get bottlenecked at bloody cultural centre, right?
Well, we have a train that's called a tram.
That's a tram.
It seems like a train.
No, it's a tram. It's like
Why?
railway.
It just goes on its own tracks.
Yes, that's right. It's a tram.
Well, in Melbourne, the trams cruise around with the cars.
Yeah, that's right.
Not here. It's a train that
No,
just goes
because
on its own tracks.
Gold Coast, yeah, but Gold Coast drivers are fuckwits, so they'd never be able to negotiate a fucking tram on the road, let alone a hook turn. Imagine Gold Coast
That's
having,
fine. A
imagine
hook
Surfers
turn's
Paradise having
that's
hook
fucking
turns.
ridiculous. I definitely can't do that. But that's fine. Just call it a train then. Call it a train if it's a train.
It looks like a D class tram out of Melbourne. It's the same, come out of the same factory.
It's driving along a train track.
It's a tram track. There are parts of the tram network in Melbourne, if you go down from the CBD down to the Grand Prix, that's not on the road.
Right. So it goes from being a tram and then it becomes a train.
Sure. That's why when you see, the thing is, you got to call it light rail. That's what it is. It's light rail.
It's just rail. It's a train.
It's light rail.
What's light about it?
It's not heavy like a normal train, like a suburban train.
Why is it not heavy? It's a fucking train.
But in comparison to the heavy, it's light.
So we have weight classes in public transport now, and you wonder why I'm confused.
Just trains.
Far out.
And then the metro, which kind of implies that it's a train, because every other fucking city in the world that's got a metro system, a metropolitan system, it's a train. No, Brisbane,
yep.
It's a fucking bus.
Yeah.
So it's a double bendy bus. And it's electric, but it's electric.
Electric's good.
Yeah,
I mean, if you had a bus that had a tunnel and it was electric, and it turned up on time, and it didn't have traffic, sweet.
Yeah, well, that's
but
what
buses have to drive in traffic. It's a shit show.
No. That's what the metro is. It's off. It's basically got its own tracks.
Oh, the south, the one on the south side that goes along the highway.
Do you know what they've got here in Adelaide?
Horse and carriage.
No, they've got this thing called the O-Bahn.
Okay.
Right. So it's a bus that goes on rails.
For fuck's sake. So it's a train.
No, it's a bus.
It sounds like a train.
No, it acts. It's a bus that tries to be a train, but it goes on these. So basically, in front of the front wheels, these little dolly wheels, and then it drives on it and it steers by itself, and the driver doesn't have to steer. It's O-Bahn.
How is it powered?
By the bus engine.
So wheels.
Yeah, like a bus, but it goes off the O-Bahn and it can go onto the streets like a normal bus.
It's like we have the aqueduct on the Gold Coast. It's like that. It's like a boat cross between that
boat and
a bus.
Which become a car. Yeah, except this is a bus that can become a train.
Well, we need a better name. We need like an aqueduct equivalent of the.
It's O-Bahn. It's German for bus train.
Yeah, something tells me that Germans would think up something way better than that shit. That sounds like dog shit.
I don't know why it's called O-Bahn though. Anyway,
probably
I was on Reddit this morning, and someone's driven their car down the O-Bahn tracks. Now the thing is with the O-Bahn tracks, it's basically two concrete tracks, which is wide enough for bus wheels, and there's a big gap down the middle. So if you try and drive a car,
so the wheels are on the ground the whole time, and it just steers for you.
That's right.
Okay.
But there's these little dolly wheels that push the steering wheels at the front, left and right, and it follows the tracks.
Right. So it's like a driver support, like self-driving for bus drivers.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fucking ridiculous.
Sounds like very expensive infrastructure.
Yeah.
But I suppose it's fast though. It's fast.
But the only thing that makes any of those things fast is the fact that you're using all of that real estate and not allowing people to drive on it.
Yeah.
Or not allowing people with cars that allow them to make human decisions to drive on it.
Well, that's right.
But as cars are driven by themselves, all this is going to go away.
Yeah. Well, no, we'll still have traffic, even if cars self-drive.
There'll be way, way, way less though, because people. I mean, if you had areas that only allowed self-driving cars, it would just everything would fly. It's just humans is the problem.
Yeah, we suck.
We suck. We definitely do. But you know who doesn't suck is the people who turned up to the meetup. So
yeah,
what were your thoughts on the first 12 Grodlaunski?
Grodlaunski. That was excellent. It was really good to see everybody, and it was a lot of fun, and got to meet all 12 fans of the podcast. Let's do it again.
Keen. It was good.
I'll be on time.
And even
actually,
Paul...
tell me it starts tomorrow, and I'll by the time Bob rolls around, I'll be on time.
Next time we do it, because I was only there till what 6:30. 6:30. So yeah. You were an hour and a half late, and I left.
Yeah, but I had a good time.
Yeah, it's good. And shout out to Paul who delivered
some Lexicon half
Lexicon half coasters to basically everyone there because he bought a massive wad of them.
He's a very lovely person.
He's awesome. Good crew.
It's actually good to sit down and have a chat with him actually, because I saw him like last year at the Froth Rookies thing that we talked about on the show here. But didn't really get much of a chance to have a chat to him because I was talking to students, but I actually got to have a good chat with him and that was good. Someone bought a puppy.
Yes, Lucy. Oh my God, that dog was very cute.
That was very cute. French bulldog pup, 9 weeks old or something like that.
Oh my God, that was so cute. Yeah, awesome.
When it grows up, it's going to be like a quarter of the size of Elon.
Yeah, he's a thick boy. I met another one of his kind at the beach the other day.
Mm.
And the guy was like, "Oh yeah, he's really, really friendly." And I'm like, "Sweet, all right," because I don't normally let Elon play robustly with other dogs because he scares the fuck out of dogs. And he's super nice, but other dogs are not nice. Most dogs are psychos. Well, I'm figuring this out. So I let him play with this dog. And then he starts telling me the story. He's like, "Yeah, he's really, really nice, except unless your dog is a moodle. And if he's a moodle, then my dog will basically kill your dog."
What's a moodle?
Like no, sorry, not a moodle, a groodle, the golden retriever one, like a hairy poodle version of a golden retriever. A groodle.
A labradoodle?
Similar. Golden doodle. I don't know. One of those fucking dogs. Anyway, he was like, every other dog's fine. Every person's fine. But if he sees a moodle, he will like kill it on sight.
Sick.
So I'm like, that's awesome. But I'm fucking leaving right now because I don't trust your dog's ability to tell the difference between different breeds.
Yeah, but it's the same dog as yours.
And I know, but it's just weird. It's weird.
I wonder what sort of dog breed Elon would tear to pieces.
None. He loves those little hairy dogs. He loves the fluffy ones especially, but he gets...
But you got to socialize your dog.
Well, apparently this dog had a bad experience with a moodle or a groodle or a labradoodle or whatever when it was young.
Yeah, right.
And now he just wants to maul them.
My mum's dogs have no social skills whatsoever. They're fuckheads.
Are they little dogs? The little ones are always cunts.
Yeah, they're Maltese Shih Tzu crosses.
Yeah, shit cunts.
Yeah. Can't say that about Stella and Ruby.
Well, at least one of them's named after a beer. I appreciate that. All right. So, topic number 1, Hendo's Queen Death field trip. What's happening tomorrow?
I'm going. I might live stream some of it, what am I going to do? I'm going to go see a few breweries here. So I think on the cards, definitely Bright Star Brewing. Can't miss that. And I'll probably head up to Shapeshifter Brewing and maybe the Wheatie.
Yes, nice.
Field trip.
What about Pirate Life? Is that too far out of the way?
It's up in Port Adelaide, so it's a little bit far to go. Maybe I'll go. I don't know. See how I'm feeling.
Be worth it. Slide into MC's DMs and see what's up.
I saw him a couple of weeks ago at the David Cryer thing, and I said that when I was down here, I'd catch up, but I'm always short of time because I'm always working when I'm down here. So
yeah,
you know,
he's an enabler.
He is an absolute enabler. With that, what's that spicy spirit that he drinks?
Oh my God, yeah, what is that? He got everyone stitched up on it at Gabs. I remember, was it Negroni? No, what was it?
No, it's Amaretti. No, not Amaretti.
Something
is it
like
Amaretti?
that.
Something like that.
I'm going to Google
Amaretto
right now. No, it's not Amaretto. Amaretto's the like cherry, almond tasting shit.
Yeah. Pirate Life made a beer that tasted like it. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, he stitched us up with those at Gabs one time too. All right, well, have fun.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Live stream it in the group. Oh, no, you don't have to live stream it. At least put a photo in the group.
Yeah. Yeah, keen.
Okay. Oh, I added something else to this topic list. If we get bored, I'll put it at the end because we've got more important things to talk about.
Yeah, what do you got? Now,
first of all, I've got to do a victory lap because last week on the show we did an over under, right? I'm going to bring it up.
Yeah.
So the over under was better beer to pass the Bolter Instagram.
Yes.
by the 14th of October, which would have been a month. So you said it'll take them longer,
Yes.
and I said it'd be quicker. And so at the time, that was 71,300, and Bolton
And that was last-
77,900.
Yeah, last Wednesday. Yeah.
Last Wednesday. So I'm going to bring it up right now. So one thing that happened during that time is they launched their major marketing push for the year where they give away a car, right? Did you see this?
Fuck's sake.
So that happened the day after we had the
Yeah.
over under. And you do like the drop thing, and they put it on the Inspired Unemployed. It went fucking nuts. They're giving away a car. Second-hand car, which seems
Second-hand
weird,
car.
but it's all right.
You can't get a new car at the moment. It's just fucking ridiculous trying
That's
to
a good
get
point.
wait list for a new car.
I can't get it on there on my computer because I'm not logged in. I'm going to bring it up
Anyway,
right now.
they crushed it like within a day because I think Nick Cogger reached out to you the next day and said,
He sure did.
yeah, already passed it, mate.
yeah, already did. So, oh my God. No, this is what he said. I'll tell you what he said. I'll bring up the DMs. So it was 71,300. He said, not a bad guess, 14th of October. We have a huge promo starting tonight, which should see an increase. And then he's saying we want 100,000 before Christmas. And then I replied, sweet, I want a Dixon Flano. Good work.
Gonna get it, that's right.
So 71,000, we wanted to get to 77,000 within a month. So now it's a week later, right?
Right, we're that now.
Do you want to have a guess, or have you looked at it?
Have they? No, I haven't. Have they cracked 80?
96,700.
Oh, fuck off. Fucking hell. Jesus, even going to beat his expectation, 100,000 by the end of the year. They'll get it by the end of the week.
That's insane. That is insane. So I'm going to update our little over under, and you're struggling.
Grim. Just a recap of what the under overs were and the status of them.
A wrap up.
Yeah, recap.
All right, we got the Behemoth profit when they announce their crowdfunding, but I keep looking at that every week and it still hasn't gone live. So that one's open, but we'll come back to that.
Yep.
Hendo's QABC gold. I said yes, you said no. I got the win for that.
Yep.
Oh, we haven't done the Indies one. That's one we can do, actually.
Yes.
Better beer, so I got two wins.
Yep.
National Homebrew Awards. I got talked into this. I don't know if I want to be in that deal.
Fucking oath you want to be in that deal. What did you guess, that I was going to win a medal or not going to win a medal?
Well, I guess no.
Okay.
But I don't want to be not rooting for you.
That's okay. It's just an under over. I'm not taking it personally.
All right. Oh, okay. Oh no, we did another one. Oh no.
Fuck.
Shit.
We did it on at the last week, didn't we? Last Friday.
Oh fuck, actually. I think I win this as well.
Which one was that one?
4-pack sales of Grodlaunski in the first hour.
Did I say yeah?
You said yes.
Fuck.
No. Wait. 4-pack sales goods in the first hour. Des is under. Yeah. 12 in the first hour. I said under. So
did I win that one?
You win because we did not sell 12 in the first hour.
Excellent.
And the main reason we didn't sell 12 in the first hour, actually, I don't think we've sold 12. How many did we put on there? We might not have sold 12 full stop, but the main reason we didn't sell 12 in the first hour is because when we put it on the website, we fucked up and you couldn't buy it.
I win.
Hendo wins.
Can you mark those in a color?
I got them here, so we'll do over under. So far, it's only 2-1.
Yeah.
I'm winning 2, you're winning 1. Okay, all right. Well, it's first to 10 wins at Dixon Flano.
Great. What do you got at the moment?
What have I got?
What score are you on? What score are you on?
Oh, no, it's just 2-1. I've only got 2 wins. And you've got 1, so.
Oh, so it's pretty close.
It's close. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I thought I was getting pasted there for a minute.
I thought so too.
I did the pub quiz, the Quizmeisters pub quiz down at Kickback last night. And
we came
last. Had
I mean,
a
you're up
fucking
against-
sick team name though.
I'll go on.
It was called, excuse me, I'd like to speak to the Brewer, because it was me and Brenton on the team.
That's good.
Mm. gotta have a cool
When you
pub
do that
quiz
kind of
team,
trivia, you need to be like, you're up against people who are pretty legit, aren't you?
Bloody oath.
Yeah.
Bloody oath. That's the same mob that do the trivia at Black Ops 3.
Yeah, they're good. I don't do
so
trivia
good.
myself. They do a good job.
You don't do public transport. You don't do trivia.
It's just fucking hard. It's depressing. Everyone else remembers shit about movies and shit. I don't remember anything.
Yeah, but the thing is, mate, you're approaching this as if you have to win. You need to approach it as if you're going to get pissed.
But then you're probably more likely to not win because you forget everything.
You win because you get pissed on a Tuesday and you had fun.
You can get pissed on a Tuesday without losing. All right. This is not health advice. All right. But okay, before we get into this, there's only a couple of news items, but before we get into that, we've got a stats update. Okay.
All right.
So I'm going to read them out. You're going to guess where you think we're at.
Okay.
There's no prizes. It's just what we do. So total podcast plays in August when we did this, it was 12,666.
Not bad.
And in today, just before this episode, which is why I was 2 minutes late.
Yep.
I checked it. What is it?
Yep. 13.5.
15,392.
What?
That's pretty good, right?
We've exploded in a month.
Well, not really. See, a lot of these other stats, not so much, but
no, hang on. So we've been going for 10 months and that sort of thing, and we got 12,000 over 10 months. But over the last month, we've got 3,000 listens.
Yeah.
We're exploding.
Okay.
We're getting popular.
I think, okay, but there's that. Also, I think we figured out a bug where the old episodes weren't showing, so I added those back.
Yes,
in. So
definitely.
a couple of old listens, but yeah.
Who wouldn't want to re-listen to Field Trip?
There's a lot of quality in there. Field Trip is not number one, but it's there's a lot of quality.
Did you fix that thing where you can see the old episodes on the website?
Oh, fuck, I totally forgot about that. Let me look at that.
And can you tell Adam Shell, not that one, the other one, how to set up a podcast? Because I think he wants to set up a podcast.
No, I know this. You know why I know this? Because I got a text from him.
That's because I gave him your number
today. Yeah, he sent me a text and he said, "Hey mate, Adsy here."
Which
and
one?
Then I end up saying, "Send me an email," because I'll tell him how we set it up, but email is way easier. And then I added him to my phone as Adam Shell, not sure which one. Because I still don't know. Because he didn't come the other night. So I don't know who he is. I don't know who any of them are.
Classic. Yeah, good.
But yeah, no, we'll help him out. Okay, more episodes. You click more episodes.
Yeah, and then it only takes you back to so many.
37. How many times you click this thing?
Enough to try and to go back, but it wouldn't let me go back.
Interesting. On your phone or on the computer?
On the computer.
No, it definitely works.
No, I can't see the button.
More episodes. Keep clicking more episodes.
The button's covered over.
By what?
The Another Brewdog, episode 37. Oh, no, it's not. It does when you change the size of the window.
Yeah,
so
it might be.
You need to move that. You need to move that button down a little bit.
Which button?
The more episodes button.
Wow, this is all part of the theme. It's probably just the exact size of that monitor. It just gets in the way or something.
Oh, fucking! It's every bloody episode's a picture of me.
Yeah,
100%. And Perko.
The other thing you can do is Google. I assume. Wait, let me. I want to see if this works.
Responsive.
Because I always do this. I just Google shit. Just Google Boston the Brewer episode, whatever the number is.
Yeah.
And it should come up. BatB.
Some classic photos of those episodes. It's so funny.
They're pretty terrible. I should
usually pissing myself laughing every time. My God, my beard has gotten so grey over the course of 2022.
Oh my God, really? Just since the first episode.
I'm just looking at the first episode that's got my picture in it.
Wow.
And I've got like normal looking beard, and now it's like grey as fuck. I think I've aged like a decade over the course of this year, thanks to this podcast.
Same. Oh well. It's all good. All right. I'm just going to pick and choose a few different stats. Okay, wait. Oh no, I'll just read you some of these without you guessing because it would be boring to guess them. Most popular episode is still number 30, Gab's 2022 Mighty Craft Brewdog. So we've got to beat that. It's been a while since episode 30.
We must be appearing in Google search or something.
I don't know. It might have just been like timely for the Mighty Craft results or something, or Brewdog or the Feral. It'd be something.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. Followers on Spotify. Previously 93, but that was July. I didn't note it down in August, but what are they now?
112.
Oh, 110.
So close.
That
I
was
used to
so
go for
close.
12.
YouTube. Okay, YouTube subscribers has gone from 78 to 82, so fuck all really. But
That's
total
up.
YouTube views was 1342 in July.
Yep.
What's it now?
I'd probably say 1,400.
1587.
We're getting a bit of an uptick, mate.
A little bit of an uptick.
A bit of an uptick.
Facebook group members, July 234.
Yep.
September
250.
244.
Okay. Well, maybe we should mention it on the show. Here we are.
Do it.
If you go to facebook.com/groups/Boston the Brewer, or you can just search for Boston the Brewer, come and join the shit posting. Don't forget to answer the entry question, which is who are the hosts of Boston the Brewer? Wrong answers only. You will get booted if you answer the question correctly.
Yeah, well, we're struggling for memberships. So someone did join.
Are you letting
yesterday
people in
and answered
anyway?
it correctly, and I let them in.
Fuck's sake.
Sorry. I want these stats to look good, Hendo. Damn it.
Not if they're prepared, not prepared to shit post.
Oh.
Anyway, it's all good.
All right, how much money
agree.
have we made? from the podcast?
Donut.
That's true. And then Hendo score.
That's
So
up,
in July,
that's up on how much did we make in July?
no, it's been quite consistent.
A consistent what? Nothing.
Yeah.
I like donuts.
Okay, good. Me too.
When we're doing this for shits and giggles.
For the love.
Yeah.
So Hendo's score of our stats results in July, you gave us a 6 out of 12.
Mm-hmm.
What do you give us September? What are your overall feeling about our performance?
Oh, my feeling.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got an uptick. We're an 8 out of 12 now.
Oh wow. Okay.
Uptick on the listens and everything. It's great.
Yeah. True. Okay. Good. I was feeling a bit bummed after looking at that, but yeah,
No way. No, that was good stats. The number of listens that has. If you make an Excel chart.
True. Okay. Hockey stick, you reckon?
Yeah, I think we're on an uptick.
Okay. Good.
Upticks are good.
So the other benefit of joining the group is you can put questions in for the 12 questions, which we get to at the end of the show.
Yes, and it must be in the format question : and then ask a question, or you can do the Ferrari question format, which is where you ask a question, then say question.
Question? Yeah. The Ferrari question format is when you ask an unnecessary question of someone who shouldn't need to answer the question and then say question.
Say question at the end. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's the Ferrari
Right. That's Ferrari
question.
Right. And expect commentary on the grammatical errors and the punctuation and whatnot, because there's a wide variety of approaches to it.
Absolutely.
All right. First news item. Mighty Craft rebrand brew pub. Oh, wait, you could have gone here. The Whitmore. That's in Adelaide, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. That could be part of your field trip. Mighty Craft rebrand
I don't know where it is.
Spark Adelaide Brew Pub to Mismatch, and then they divest in Spark. That looks like a sick
Yes.
pub. Have you been there?
No, that's tomorrow's plan. I got to find it. Let me just pull up Google Maps here. What's it called? The Whitmore.
The Whitmore.
Whitmore Hotel, Morfett Street, Adelaide. Is that it? Is that it?
WHIT
Whitmore Hotel.
Mall. That's it. That's it. Morfett
600
Street.
meters from here.
No. Go now.
It's in. I'm not going now.
Go now, dude. What are you doing?
I've walked past there. I didn't know that's where it was. Huh. Well, go fucking figure that. Oh, look at that.
Looks
I've
sick.
walked past there. Oh my god! I didn't realize that was the Spark Pub. I've ridden a scooter past there, not a petrol one, an electric one, like a.
There's the Weedy there, and then you got the Union Hotel, craft beer, and DJs. I'm on Google Maps. There's all kinds of awesome stuff in Radelaide.
Bloody oath. That's why it's called Radelaide.
I know, it's so good. What do you think of this? I mean, this is not really surprising, is that they said they were going to get rid of a bunch of assets, and they did.
Yes. Well, why did Mighty Craft buy Spark in the first place? I don't know. They just bought a lot of stuff back in the day.
Well, they sold a story, and a lot of people bought it. I mean, like, you remember all the, the Brews News podcasts and the favorable news articles and everything back in the day about this revolutionary business model, and that people bought it, didn't they? Hook, line, and sinker, that this idea would be great. And obviously a lot of companies bought it too, because they sold a chunk of their stock, and kind of turned out to not be something that made a whole lot of sense.
Well, exactly. So that was it. And so now it's going to become a mismatch pub. Is that right?
Yeah.
Great. I'll nip up there tomorrow. It's 600 meters.
So okay, good. I assume they've got a brewery there, right? It's not just like
there is a brewery there. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go check it out.
All right. Well, maybe that would be a good place for you to do the live stream from.
I'll start there.
See if you spot any Spark or any mismatch.
Yeah, it's
or
literally
any Mighty Craft.
600 meters from this hotel. So absolutely.
They probably should make it a better beer pub.
You're only going to have like 3 or 4 beers on. What have they got? Better beer, non-alc better beer pale ale. There's a ginger beer as well, isn't there?
I don't know, but that's probably doesn't matter.
I think it suits the mismatch brand.
I don't know a lot about Mismatch, but they did pay $47 million for them. So I'm guessing they want to show investors that they're getting value out of that brand.
Well, it gives Mismatch a outlet that's in Adelaide proper and not out in the hills.
Right.
Because I was talking to someone here today, I said, "Oh, go to Mismatch," and you can't do that. It's out in the hills.
That's fair.
I mean, I could go, but I don't have a car, so.
So the Mighty Craft entire market cap right now is $43 million, which is less than
what Mismatch was. They paid
one of
Mismatch.
their acquisitions. Yeah. I mean, that's not, I'm not saying that to beat up on them, because the stock market's just fucking chaos. But I'm guessing that means
doesn't seem that seems rather undervalued considering the amount of volume that Better Beer alone is doing.
Yeah, but they only own a certain percentage of Better Beer, and they don't have production of it. So I suppose that's factored into it. I don't know. How do you value something like that? I have no idea. I think that's probably part of what they're struggling with. And they mentioned that in the last quarterly update, which was like, we feel like we're doing a really good job. The stock market doesn't think so. How come we're not valued at more than we are?
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Super interesting to follow it.
Mm.
Looks like a sick pub. I want the live stream from there and the update.
Okay.
Do you know much about Spark? Do you know them or?
Oh, I knew one of the founders, Aggie, but I don't think I knew her from when she was working at Young Henry's, but I think she left pretty early in the game after the brew pub opened.
Right.
I don't know what she's doing now.
Yeah, I don't really ever see their stuff. Was it a contract brewed brand or they brew it there?
Oh, yes.
Both.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the brew pub was kind of the thing. So,
Okay.
I think they had,
Well, the article mentions they want to get into spirits. So
Who? Spark?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they get out of the Mighty Craft deal. They get some of their debt forgiven, and they go off and do their
Spirits.
stuff in Spirits and Mighty Craft, double down on their investment in Mismatch.
Fair enough. Should I have another beer out of the minibar?
Yeah, did you put that Bogues back? Wait, are we doing the top 5 beers thing or no?
Yeah, I'm going to do the top 5 beers, but I've got to get my next beer. I've run out of beer.
No, you should definitely get another beer. Okay, but I haven't prepared for the top. Do you need to prepare for something like that? Or
I've prepared.
God damn it. Okay, I'm going to prepare.
I can go through my 5 while you prepare.
Yeah. Okay.
Rightio. So I'm going to get a beer. Another Cooper's, maybe.
I'm going to, okay, he's away. Oh, wait, he can hear me.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
I'm going to just take some notes of.
Do you know what? I feel like being a
ones.
bit of a fucking rebel. I'm not going to roll this one.
What? Are you getting the same? How many you got in there?
There's 2.
Oh, okay.
They're probably like $8 or $9 each, but
Um,
there you go. Unrolled Coopers versus rolled Coopers. Let's fucking bring it.
okay, I'm formulating my list. Just give us a little review. Oh no, he's just choked on yeast.
It's not the same. No yeast. I didn't roll it.
Okay, no, but it's still in there.
Yeah, yeast is a great laxative, mate.
Brilliant.
If you
Video
feel like
or
you're
it
a little
didn't
bit
happen?
bunged up,
Oh god, I'm thinking of the beers. Okay.
do you want me to go through mine while you think
No.
of yours?
No, I don't want you to do that.
I've got my 5. I'm ready to go.
No,
Ready
it's
to
on
go.
the agenda. It's on the agenda. I don't want to.
Rightio.
I don't want to jump ahead. All right, next news article. All right, well, here we go. Okay.
What is the
so,
next news
so I didn't
article?
understand. So you tagged me in James Atkinson's Instagram today,
Yes.
and he posted something about Mountain Goat coming up on their 25th anniversary,
Yes.
and he reproduced his most important Australian craft beers of all time. And I replied by saying, James, you should come on the podcast. And he said he's keen as fuck. But then he messaged me and said, like, night time's difficult. We have to do it during the week. So
Whatever.
sorry, during the day. So I'm thinking maybe we do it next week with him.
Sure.
If we can just do it during the day, which is fine.
That's fine.
But we can still do our top ones.
Do you know James?
I don't. No.
He's a bloody legend. He's a very, very talented. I won't say it's not beer. He writes about liquor
and podcasts about his podcast. Is really good.
About it. Yes. Yeah. He's just fascinated with the liquor industry and liquor in general and that sort of thing, and loves all things alcohol and so Drinks Adventures is the name of his podcast, and have a listen to it.
Definitely listen to it. It's probably the best. It's the best beer drinks podcast. I think that I've listened, like, they really well produced, like research. Listen to the I listened to the Stone and Wood one.
Oh, the Chuck Hahn one was excellent as well.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Yeah, really well researched.
Yeah.
And good information. It's not like ad lib like us dickheads.
No. It's not this kind of. This is like the shit posting version of a podcast. That's like a proper.
Yeah, that's a proper podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you want to listen to a proper podcast, go listen to Drinks Adventures. Then come back to us. Just skulk back.
Yeah. How's that Cooper's? Does it taste the same as the other one? Or
no, it doesn't. No, you
how is
taste
it
more
like a rolling effect?
Okay, so you can taste. So there's less bitterness because the alpha acids stick to yeast cells, and so you can taste the isoamyl acetate a little bit more. Do you know what that is?
Interesting. Yeah, that's the apple peel, isn't it?
No.
Oh no, it's banana. Sorry, banana. God damn it.
Close.
Yes. Yeah.
Close.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot cleaner. It's still good.
Yeah. All right. I'm okay. So anyway, the point of you tagging me in it, I don't know if it was to do with Mountain Goat or the top most influential beers. Which was it?
I wanted to list my most personal 5 top influential beers.
Good. That's what I thought. So that's good.
Yeah.
I haven't prepared for this, but I've been preparing in my mind. So
Yes.
let's not go through James's list because we can do that with him next week.
Yes.
But let's go through our own. I'm not prepared enough for this, but let's.
No, that's okay. Let me start then, and then
you start, and I'll do it anyway with what I'm likely prepared with.
I've got to pull up my notepad. So my first one that I had on the list, and I actually kind of listed these in like kind of a chronological order. So personal chronological order.
All around the same sort of time, or have you extended it over?
No, this transcends the entirety of my my drinking life.
Oh wow! Okay, well, let's. I feel like we should do two then.
To what?
Well, like what were the early influential beers? Because that's more the spirit of James's article.
Well, my early influential beer would be Cooper's Red.
Wait, I'm not. Wait. I'm trying to understand the rules.
Right.
What is the
beers rules? 5 beers that influence you over your involvement in beer, whether it was before you became a craft brewer or before you learnt to dry hop or now.
All right. How about we do, because I need more time for that one. See, I feel like I could do like the 5 early beers.
Right.
That were most influential, but the 5 total beers would be require me to do some research.
I just put a quick list together. I want to share it.
So yours a total lifetime of
That's kind of how I'm feeling today. If you ask me to put the list together,
I want to hear yours. Go.
If you put the list together, if you put the list together tomorrow, it'll be probably a different 5. But today, this is how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Would you like to hear the first one? Yes.
100%.
Guess it.
The first beer.
Yeah. Which beer?
Wine Stefan, something.
Australian beers, mate. That's the other thing. Australian beers.
Only Australia's.
Only Australian. Sorry, I didn't mention that. I literally just said Cooper's fucking Red, and you're like,
Oh, you said Cooper's Red?
Yeah, I said Cooper's
That's your
Red.
number 1?
It's the earliest.
Wow.
It's not the number 1. It is the earliest.
Cooper Sparkling.
Cooper Sparkling. Absolutely. Because that's a beer that I think everybody gets into once they step out, just take a little tiny step outside of Carlton Draft or VB or mainstream lager and that sort of thing. It's Cooper's, usually a Cooper's.
Yep.
Right. So for me, Cooper Sparkling. I loved it. I love Cooper's. I love the style because it's a style of beer that we can uniquely call Australian. Right? Yeah. It doesn't exist anywhere else in the world. And we're a country that's not, if you look at our history from when, when the white man came to Australia, right? That's not the entire history of Australia, but like that's where
when the CB Co happened.
When the CB Co happened.
Okay.
Now the thing is that we don't have a beer history in Australia. We have a rum history. Right. And the reason why we have a rum history is we couldn't grow barley and we couldn't grow hops in Australia initially. We could grow sugarcane. Sugarcane makes rum. And that got us pretty fucked up there for a while. That's probably half the reason the Eureka Stockade happened, because everyone was plastered. And anyway, but Cooper's beer is a style of beer that's uniquely Australian. It's all Australian ingredients, Australian hops.
Nice. And as we've mentioned on this podcast lots of times, not independent.
Well, not technically independent in the eyes of the Independent Brewers Association. So yeah, Cooper's Sparkling.
All right. So this is top 5 in any order, or is that number 1?
I remember when you get no. These are kind of, for me, it's a chronological.
Okay.
My beer drinking history.
Good.
All right. So then the second one.
Wait. So for Cooper Sparkling, was there a particular time when you had it, or when this time was?
Yeah,
a decade
in the 90s.
90s. Okay. Yep. All right. What's number 2?
That would be Alpha Pale Ale. Matilda Bay Alpha Pale Ale. So I was living in Perth in the early 2000s. And now it would be very easy for me to say Little Creatures Pale Ale.
Right.
However, that was not the beer that was like my epiphany beer. That's this Matilda Bay Alpha Pale Ale is my craft beer epiphany beer. It's the beer that made me go, holy shit, there's some flavor in beer. Oh my God. Right. And it was Matilda Bay Alpha Pale Ale. Now Matilda Bay at the time had their brewery in North Fremantle. However, Alpha Pale Ale was never brewed at North Fremantle. It was brewed at the Sanctuary Cove.
Sanctuary Cove.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what blew me away, because it was basically Little Creatures. I used to drink a lot of Little Creatures Pale Ale, but it was basically Little Creatures Pale Ale turned up to 11. Right. Lots of Amarillo. Amarillo was the hop in it, whereas Cascade and East Kent Goldings is what's in Little Creatures Pale Ale. So Amarillo, I was just like, holy shit, hops. This is cool. How good are hops, you know? And I used to go to the Queen's Hotel on Beaufort Street in Mount Lawley in Perth nearly every weekend. And that was the beer that I would drink. Gallons of it.
So funny.
What?
When I get to my list, it'll be a reason why that's funny. Okay, so number 3.
Number 3 is Napsteen Enterprise Reserve Lager.
There you go. And that was one of the ones on, well,
Yeah.
Spoiler
That's
alert.
That's what made me tag you in that
Interesting.
and that post today. Have you ever had Napsteen Enterprise Reserve Lager?
My very vague recollection of Napsteen, just as a beer at all, is I do remember having their beer back in the day and enjoying it, but I don't remember which one it was. And it could have been that one. I don't know.
So Napsteen Enterprise Reserve Lager was basically a lager in a pretty fancy bottle.
Yes, I remember the bottle.
Fancy bottle.
Yeah.
It's from here in South Australia. And it had this very unique hop in it that really floated my boat called Nelson Sauvin.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So basically, if you make a lager with Nelson Sauvin, I'll just marry you. That's it. That's my jam.
Yeah.
And so Napsteen Enterprise Reserve Lager was amazing. And it was actually even a craft beer that my brother, who's not a craft beer person at all, really liked. And I went, great. And we used to drink lots of that together. And such a great beer. Do you know who I think wrote that recipe? I think it was Clemmy.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know Anthony Clem?
Sure don't.
It's like a brewing consultant in Brizzy.
Don't know.
I think he wrote it. Anyway, if I'm wrong, and if you're listening in the 12, let us know in the Facebook group.
Is he in the 12?
Don't know.
Is one of the Clems in the 12?
There's only one.
Okay.
So that's definitely up there. And
if I drank a Napsteen lager back in the day that looked like that, would it have been that one? Like, was this everywhere or no?
Yes, it was everywhere.
It
was everywhere.
Yeah, okay.
You could get it in Dan Murphy's and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
They only made that one beer. That was the beer.
Yeah. Okay.
You could never get it on tap. I never saw it on tap, only ever out of a bottle.
I remember the bottle. I saw that in his post and I was like, oh, that's right. I remember that one.
Such a good beer. Such a good beer. And even though it was Kiwi hops, very quintessentially Australian. So yeah, that's the third one.
All right, number 4.
For the fourth one, Stonewood Pacifico.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because again, I think that Brad Rogers has created a uniquely Australian style of beer, which was absolutely amazing. And so, he created a hazy beer and made it popular before hazy beer was popular.
That's true.
Showcasing Galaxy hop, so having the passion fruit and that distinctive Galaxy hop aroma and flavor, absolutely amazing beer. And I still drink fucking shitloads of it. If I'm at the regatta, usually I'm drinking a pint of Pacific Ale.
You used to brew it too for a time there, didn't you?
For a time, yeah.
So he gets Brad Rogers gets 2 out of the top 4, doesn't he?
Yeah,
not bad.
yeah, absolutely.
All right. So what do you got for number 5?
That would be Range Dripping in Green.
Wow.
Mm.
Go on.
So obviously the most modern of the beers on the list. When Range first opened the doors, and was sort of focusing on those hype styles and stuff like that, in my mind, I kind of poo-pooed it a little bit, thinking, oh, geez, this is going to end badly. You know, they're really, delicate styles of beer. And, you know, they had some teething problems and stuff like that. But one of the things that I love about Range is their continuous improvement. Their beers continually get better and better and better quality-wise. Don't care about the latest label, don't care about the style of beer they're making. Just in general, all of the beers they make continue to get better. I didn't drink a lot of hazy IPA at the time and wasn't particularly enamored with the style, but somebody gave me a can of Dripping in Green. And one day I just happened to open the fridge and went, fuck it, why not? I'll just drink this. And blew my mind.
Amazing. What was it? Was it 7% hazy? Or?
Something like that, 6.5% hazy IPA on that sort of thing. And they do it it's become a bit of a series. They do like double Dripping in Green, and they do Dripping in Green, with different hop varieties, Citra and all that sort of stuff. But I thought that was a game changer because I think that really to be fair, it kind of opened my eyes to the hazy IPA style. And I think probably because up until that point, I'd not had a good one.
Yeah.
And I had a good one and I went, holy shit, this is how this style of beer is meant to be. I don't mind it. You know, I don't gravitate towards that style all the time.
No.
But I do appreciate a bloody good one when I get my hands on it. And it's hard to do. And when you pull it off, I'm impressed. There you go.
Amazing.
Range.
Was not expecting that one. After hearing that one, I need to rethink.
What were you expecting?
Well, no, so my list is more of, wait, I got a wee, so I'm going to do that. You think about one more, because I have 6 on mine. I can't get rid of one. So
It took me ages to think of 5. What am I supposed to do?
You got to think of one more. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh my God. How am I supposed to think of one more? That was like, that was making my brain, like smoke was coming out of my ears, trying to think of 5 that I liked, and out of all of the beers that are swimming around in my mind. So I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. Anyway, unrolled Cooper's Green, not too bad. This beer's still bloody light struck though, and that's pretty common for Cooper's. So if you are going to drink Cooper's Green or red, my advice to you is to go and buy it in a can, because if you buy it in a can, it's not going to be light struck. I'm drinking it out of a bottle. 1.3 standos. It's almost the perfect beer. Almost. If only it was 0.1 standos less. Cooper's Ready, I think it's 1.5 standos. It's 5.8% or something like that. Anyway, good beer. I don't care. Good beer. Is he back yet? All I can see is like the photo frame with Elon in it. Hello.
I'm back.
Hello.
Hello. The beer fridge was on the way back from the toilet, so I got this.
Seeing double. Yeah.
I mean, we've already done the grunt work at the podcast, haven't we? So whatever happens from now on doesn't matter too much.
Knock yourself out, mate. That's why Sean got it for you.
It was cool to see their site there too. It's fucking pretty sick looking.
Was that your first time there last week?
Yeah, it's big, isn't it?
It's big. Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool. It's a cool space. I think it'll be really, really nice there. Okay, so don't tell me what your number 6 was, because I want to see how much overlap is in the lists.
Okay, then.
So my list is not, and there's a lot of beers that will be in my list if we're considering the whole timeline, but I haven't had time to think about that.
Okay.
So mine is an early list of influential beers. Okay.
Go for it.
And yours was too, except for that range curveball at the end there, really.
Right, yeah. What's
Right,
your number one?
Number one, James Bogue's Premium.
Is that right?
100%. That was the first beer I drank, and it's in your fridge right now, ready to be drunk.
Yes, that's right.
It was the first beer I ever drank that didn't taste like every other beer to me.
Yeah.
And it was, and I don't know if there's a technical reason for it or it's the bottle or whatever the fuck it was, but I thought it had a nutty flavor, and me and my friends would drink it and be like, "This is really good. It tastes nutty. It's delicious. It's different to other beers," and that's what it tasted like to me.
Well
That was
done.
what kicked the whole thing off.
Yeah, good on you. Might be all that fresh Tasmanian water.
Possibly, although I did do a tour of the Bogues factory a month or so ago, and beers tasted pretty average. I could have been bad luck. I don't know, but
You're a pretty talented brewer. Did you give him some tips and advice?
well, I didn't. There wasn't a brewer doing the tour. The
What if
lady
they,
doing the tour was great.
What if they dry hopped it?
They probably do dry hop it, do they? A little bit, tiny bit. No.
Should
Yeah.
they? Maybe.
Well, the problem with the beers on the tour wasn't. They were just all oxidized. They're all old.
Oh dear.
But that's the game, isn't it? That's the product you're selling. It's not.
Well, you've got to play the game properly
Yeah.
and
I don't know.
not sell oxidized beer.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it was cool to see it, but at the same time, it was kind of like I didn't really enjoy the beers, so it's a bit of a bummer. But it was cool to see the factory. Number
All right,
two,
what's number two?
Redback.
Fuck yeah.
That was a big. Oh, that's another. Wait, is that another Brad Rogers? No,
That's another Brad Rogers.
it's another Brad Rogers.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, this guy's got a good record, doesn't he?
Nice. Well, absolutely. He's a very talented brewer.
Yeah,
That is such a good beer. Such a good beer.
yeah. I don't know if it was my sort of lack of.
That was the wheat beer for people that didn't like wheat beer. And then
Exactly.
technically Stone and Wood is as well. Because people, you generally see people go, I don't like wheat beer.
Yeah,
But not realizing that what they don't like is the Hefeweizen yeast character. It's like you don't like yeast beers. Cool. But
Right.
wheat, you don't give a fuck. I mean, Cooper's is full of wheat as well.
yeah. But Redback was a Hefeweizen, wasn't it?
No, it's American wheat.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, it wasn't a
okay.
Hefeweizen at all.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
See, I thought it was probably the first, because I would have never had a Hefeweizen before Redback. Like I would have never had any beer other than Bogues and lagers.
Yeah.
So I thought, because I haven't drunk one for forever.
Kraken beer, good pick.
I remember it just tasted like nothing else I'd ever had.
Yeah, definitely. Short-haired.
Number three, one of the best beers in Queensland that I found was Little Creatures Pale Ale from WA.
Excellent.
It was a good one.
I think that's a lot of people's epiphany beer, Little
Yeah.
Creatures Pale Ale.
I remember thinking it tasted like lychees. I remember the exact conversation I had with my mate. He's like, this beer tastes like lychees. And I'm like, this is fucking delicious.
Mm.
So that's number
Well,
three.
Cascade back in the
Or Cascade.
early to mid 2000s was just such a fucking stinky aromatic hop. It was just gorgeous, and I think, I'm not sure if they still do it, but it was whole cones imported into Australia, which you can't buy, from the US, and you can't buy whole cone hops unless they're Australian or from New Zealand in Australia because of quarantine rules.
Yeah. I mean,
So they had special dispensation to import Cascade cones and get it in the hop back and stuff like that.
it's a great story, but I don't know. I went to Little Creatures in WA when we were there a few months ago and had pale ale. I was so disappointed.
It's the shadow of a beer that it used to be.
I don't know. It's either that or your taste buds change, or I don't know. But it was just, I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it fresh?
It didn't taste fresh.
Mm.
It was from the brewery though. It's
You sure? Might have come out of Geelong.
100%. Yeah. No, but I bought it from the brewery in the brewery. But yeah,
Still
might not have been
come
made
from
there.
Geelong.
100%. Yeah, it could have been old. It tasted old. Tasted old and it's just nothing like what I remembered it.
So Naughty's Little Creatures Pale Ale was excellent.
Yeah.
Today, not so much.
Okay. So you think that one has actually changed, and it's not just me?
Yes, yeah, I think it's changed. But the thing is that it's a hop-driven beer, right? And hops, like every other ingredient in beer, is an agricultural product, and it's going to change over time. And you think about Cascade as a hop. In the 2000s, Cascade was the aroma hop, right? Before Simcoe, before Citra, before Mosaic, before Strata, all these bloody hops and that sort of thing that we're all drinking now. It was Cascade. And I remember when I started all grain home brewing, and I'd go and buy some Cascade hops, and I just smell the bag as open. I was like, holy shit, this is just so sticky and resinous and beautiful and that sort of thing. And I think now that the hop growers are growing other varieties, that maybe it's just not getting the love that it used to get. But I would still love Cascade. I think it's a great hop.
Okay. Number 4, I've got Stone and Wood Pacific Ale, because again, I remember that
was my number 4.
Is that your number 4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I remember often making the mistake of buying the green one instead of that one, not knowing the difference. And but when I got the right one, I really fucking enjoyed it.
That happens so much. That's a really good. It's a good sign of branding when people point to the tap and go, "I'll have a Stone and Wood." They mean Pacific Ale, but they go, "I'll have a Stone and Wood."
Yeah, that was a game changer. That and I think on that topic of beers changing, like that, I do think that beer has changed a bit, but I still would drink it every bit as much as I did before, because it's still a really fucking good beer. Yeah,
I had the Regatta last weekend, and it's good, fresh and nice and good.
It's fucking great. It's a great beer.
And any time that I have had a not so good one, it's not been the beer's fault, because it would have left the brewery in good nick.
Yeah. It's a fucking awesome beer. It's an awesome beer. I do think it's changed a little bit. Yeah.
Of course it's changed.
Yeah.
Of course it's changed.
Not like Little Creatures though. Like I would never buy Little Creatures anymore. Stone and Wood Pacific Ale, I buy it all day, every day.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I have to admit, I wouldn't necessarily buy Stone and Wood Pacific Ale in a bottle or a can, for that matter. But I love it on tap.
Yeah,
love it on tap.
I had it on tap last week. Tasted fucking great. It's always good.
Yeah.
Number 5, I've got Cooper Sparkling. So
I
we're
had
in
Cooper
agreement
Sparkling.
on that one.
Why is Cooper Sparkling special to you?
Because I used to live next to the Storybridge Hotel, like right next to it, and they had Cooper Sparkling on tap. And so we would go there, let's say almost every day. It was very convenient. And it was right there. And that was the only beer they had that wasn't just like normal beer. And
what year was this?
What year would this have been? Early 2000s.
Ah, man, that was a shitty part of town then. I used to go to the Storybridge Hotel in the early 90s to go see a band called Tickle Pink.
Okay.
And they used to play there, and they also used to play at the Embassy in Brisbane.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So do you know the Embassy, the pub now, how it's like at the back, and you got the Louis Vuitton shop out the front? That was like the band room, right? And that's where I used to go see this band called Tickle Pink.
On the corner, you mean?
Yeah, where the Louis Vuitton shop is, and that's Edward Street or whatever the fuck it is, right?
Yeah.
Used to be all pub.
Yeah.
But now it's all designer handbags, and the pub's sort of shrunk, and it's out the back, and it's And it was sick. It was a shitty pub that I loved, you know. And I used to be there every Friday night watching the same band. They used to do a really good cover of ZZ Top Lagrange.
Nice.
You know the song?
No, don't. I don't. ZZ Top's not in there.
It's like Lagrange. It's ZZ Top. You know who ZZ Top are, don't you?
The guys who do the ads with the fucking sausages or whatever it is.
ZZ Top. It's like 4 guys with the guitars and really, really long beards.
Yeah. Do
And
they
they'd
do funny
spin the
ads or
guitar
no? Is that a
around.
different band?
No, it's a different fucking thing. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Is ZZ Top? Wow, 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 wow.
No,
That's I'm gonna put it on right now.
you need to
ZZ
listen
Top.
to go
Share
listen
screen.
to it. Like, you can't. No, you can't play the music because we'll get copyright.
Okay, we don't want that. All right.
But you should go ZZ Top Lagrange. Go search for that on YouTube.
Okay.
And that was it.
I will. Well, Cooper Sparkler, the Storybridge was not a shitty pub when I was living there. It was fucking awesome. But it was before they're renovating right now, and they did a big renovation probably 10 years ago. And when I was there, it was before even that renovation. But there was a renovation happening at the time. So it was sort of midway between complete shithole and becoming cool when we were there.
They used to have back in the 90s the Brisbane Beer Festival at the Storybridge Hotel.
100%. John used to run it. I messaged him yesterday.
Yeah. And I remember going to it once, and holy shitballs, it was packed. And they used to set up like scaffolding with a set of stairs that went up and over the building and down the other side, so you get from one side of the building to the other.
That was like the beginnings of the beer festival thing.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
absolutely. Yeah, I'd say so. It was feral as fuck back then, but
Yeah,
still good.
Fucking brilliant.
Australia Day is good at the Storybridge Hotel. They have
They used to have the cane toad races and all kinds of shit.
Cockroach races.
Cockroach races. That's right. Cane toad races was the Caxton, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Still good.
but I got one more. But you can have one more.
What do you got?
My final one is Hop Hog.
Oh, absolutely. Good choice. Good choice.
Yeah, that was a big one.
That was a game changer. Like that was, I love that beer.
All right, you tell me your what was your number 6?
I did. I told you. You were in the toilet though.
Okay, all right. That's how we're gonna do it. Now, if we do this list again, I want to do from Hop Hog on, because all of yours, other than your range one, all of yours are old school. We could do like a decade based thing, because there's a lot of beers that came out.
Yeah, fair enough. I would like to hear from the 12.
Good idea.
About what their top 5 beers are, that have historical significance to them.
In where are they going to tell you this? How are they going to tell you?
In the Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Boston the Brewer.
Okay, good. I like that.
Post photos, live stream it. Don't care.
Good idea. Start a thread. That can be your job after this, because I do all of the legwork for this whole thing. I edit the podcast. I do all the pre-notes. I turn up on time to the meetups. All right. Behemoth signs Ballast Point deal.
I did see that. Now, can you explain what's going on?
Well,
so they're brewing.
Behemoth.
It's Behemoth are brewing Ballast Point beers in New Zealand.
Yes.
Is this the other way around?
It's both.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that for lots of reasons.
Why do you like it?
Less of less food miles.
Well,
as beer's a shitty product to export, right?
100%. Yeah.
Because if let's say you're an Australian brewery, let's say I've got like some hazy IPA that I'm going to export, right? Then I'm going to buy my Marisota from the UK. I'm going to get my hops from the US. I'm going to bring it all together. And it's tons and tons and tons of malt for starter. And then I'm going to brew the beer, and then I'm going to put it in a can or a bottle or something, and put it in a pallet, put it in a container, and send it halfway across the world back again. The food miles are phenomenal.
Yeah.
Horribly inefficient. But if you want to go and brew that's why I like what Yeasty Boys do, brewing in the UK and that sort of thing.
Stone and Wood do that too, don't they, for pack out?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
No, they do. They do brew pack out.
No, they don't. No.
Are you sure?
100%.
100%? 99%?
100%. I used to work there. I know that they would always have a tank of beer, which would be for export.
Right, export to Asia though.
No, UK.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they brewed it over there.
No. They may have brewed it for the Weatherspoons, like guest tap, because I think Two Birds did that once. Young Henrys have done it, that sort of thing. I think it's Weatherspoons. I'm sure the pub chain. So they may have brewed it over there once, but not as a regular thing. No.
Right. Okay. I thought it was a regular thing.
No. So for Behemoth to have their beers brewed by Ballast Point, that's a good thing.
But how much of a market
Now-
is there for Behemoth beers in America?
Oh, yeah. It's a Kiwi brewery and they're doing interesting stuff and they've got all of the Trump labels and shit. So people are going to be all over that.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's the really interesting thing. So Ballast Point, owned by Constellation Brands, which is the company that owns Corona. Right. So this is not financial advice, but if you've got a relationship with, if Behemoth's got a relationship with Ballast Point that they're brewing their product in New Zealand for the Australian New Zealand market, and then all of a sudden they've got a brewed under lice reciprocal the other way, that relationship's got to get closer sooner than later.
They're consummating.
It's being
the relationship.
consummated, yeah. Or at least dating.
They're dating.
Or at least at second base.
But then they're also doing the crowdfunding raise at the same time.
Might be a good time to buy in. This is not financial advice.
That sounded a lot like financial advice. Interesting.
That's
Okay,
pure
good.
speculation, but it's
Good insight there. Yeah.
it's just putting two and two together,
Let's follow that one. I have one more topic I want to add really, really quickly because I haven't talked about it with you yet. But I've been playing around with AI-based design tools. So if anyone in the group, and I wrote a process for it today, and hopefully the guys will put it out in an article to help other breweries use it if they want to. But I've been playing around with if you have a template for all of the mandatory stuff on a beer label, right? You have a template for that. And then you have these AI-based design tools, which are getting so good, they're blowing my mind. And you put your keywords into those tools just to create like the background image. You can get some pretty cool shit. Actually, I'll show you right now. I'll show you right now.
Please, because I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about right now.
Has
this got anything to do with NFTs?
No. How about what's the easiest way? Screen share?
Screen share.
Okay.
Is it NFTs?
No, nothing to do with NFTs. Let me go. Sorry, I should be more organized for this. I'll share. All right. So okay, right. Let me share this and then we'll chat.
Well, fucking hurry up.
I know. Well, I wasn't prepared to do this, but it's going to be way better if we share it. Share screen. I'm doing that.
Rightio.
All right. Can you see shit? What can you see?
Yes, I can see like your Cosmic Ghost Dolly
Okay.
label one.
Do you remember Galactic Symphony, a beer we did?
Yes.
So I'll just Google it. So this beer, right? This beer came about because me and Dave Heavyside, who's a mate of mine who does a lot of our design work, and is into all the crypto and NFTs and stuff. We just message each other late at night talking about design ideas, and I messaged him saying, "Okay, can you just do a bit like I saw a SpaceX photo and I saw like a light sail in an article and it looked cool, and I was like, can you do like a beer themed around space, and we'll use Galaxy and Strata and all these space themed Eclipse, space themes hops."
Sure.
That's how that whole thing came together, right? And so he did this design that was awesome, and it was so you can see. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah. Sure.
So that's the beer, right? And it was so sick. It was so cool. And I loved it. And he brought this musical theme to it. And these photos were like professional photos, but the design is basically that. It's cool space theme.
Rightio.
When all of this AI-based design stuff started kicking off a couple of months ago, I was like, well, what would happen if you just put that same brief into the AI platform? So exactly what I sent him.
How does that work?
So there's two different ones that I've been using. One is DALL-E, which is a Google-based one, and one is Midjourney. DALL-E, you literally just sign up for the beta, you get into it, and you just put keywords into it. Midjourney works via Discord. So you get into the Discord and you start typing keywords into Discord, and it generates the art live via the chat.
Shit.
Pretty wild. So I'll show you the results right now. So I basically took these keywords. And so the other cool thing that happens is when you generate the art, you can generate variations. So it might generate 4 or 5 different things. You can choose a different thing, and you can choose to change it or download a higher res version or different aspect ratio or whatever.
Okay.
So I did basically the same brief as that beer that you can see there.
Okay.
And I chose the first image that came up in DALL-E, and then a variation of it. And then I did the same thing with Midjourney. I did the Midjourney one only yesterday. Okay, so I'm going to show you, right? This is the first one that came up. And it's not a 3D mock-up. It's just an actual,
Radio, open it.
Goddamn computer's freaking out. Okay, wait up. Sorry. Why does it do that? Wait.
Photoshop.
I'll open the Photoshop because I think my computer's freaking out. Hang on. So I've got 4 images. I'm going to do it in Photoshop, but my computer's doing fucking weird shit. I don't really know why.
Because you're weird.
All right, so number 1 is this one.
All right.
Can you see that?
Yes.
So that's what the very first thing came up just by putting the words what I put in
did it write like the words?
What's that?
Did it write the tasting note?
No. So I've got a template which writes all the shit. But by the way, there is AI apps that will write you content as well, and they're crazy as well. But no, so I wrote the notes and I got the template. So all the icons and shit is done by our template. That's all standard for like every small batch beer we do.
Okay.
We just get the template. So it's only the background image that it produced.
Right.
So the background image was this. This is what I came up with. That was the very first one. So I think I put in like something like Music Notes Galaxy Cosmic or something like that, right?
Oh, there's a music note there.
And there's a music note now. And then I did one variation of it, which is this one. So that was the second variation.
Yeah, nice.
So that's cool as fuck. So wait, I'll just press print. So look at that label, dude. Like that's like a template and then one background image.
Yeah, right.
That took me 5 minutes. So this beer here.
How do you get to DALL-E?
What's that?
How do you get to DALL-E?
I'll put it in the show notes, but go to DALL-E, click on the link, sign up for the beta, put in whatever word you want, and it will come up with epic shit like it. It's an AI generated art, so it's not meant for beer, but this is the kind of shit it does. But wait to see the next one. So I did this one with Midjourney. I think this is even better. This is cool as shit.
OpenAI, is this a Google thing?
OpenAI, yeah, it's Google OpenAI. So I put the same words into Midjourney.
Can I get into it? Do you have an invite?
Sign up for the beta.
I want to get into it.
Are you on the page?
Yeah.
Click sign up for the beta.
What the fuck is the sign up for the beta? Join waitlist, it says.
Yeah, and it'll take a couple of days, but they'll let you in. You'll be fine.
Like they let anybody in?
I think so, yeah.
Even me?
Even you. Great, look at this one. This is the Midjourney one, right? Look at that shit. How sick is that?
Yeah, right.
And then I just put that into the template. And that's the label. It's a pretty sick looking can.
I'm
Standard
joining.
template, sick background image. Then the final one, this is my favorite one of the whole lot.
Twitter profile, Instagram profile. What best describes you?
Boss.
Professional artist.
Dude, look
I'm
at this.
not a
Look at this label here. That's the fourth one I did. That's the second mid-journey one. Look at this label.
So who did the label?
What do you mean? Have you been listening?
Yeah, I've been listening. So you take the background image.
The template is just a standard template we use,
Yeah,
right? So
and you
all
just
that
change the
and I just drag the image in there. It took me 2
sick.
minutes.
Yeah, because it's got the same name.
Yeah, but okay, but I just made up the name.
That's pretty cool.
This design here, right? I thought another cool thing to do, but it'd be disrespectful, so I'm not going to do it. But it'd be cool to enter this into like the Gabs Can Design Awards and then win it,
Right.
and then not even be a designer. But I love designers, so I don't want to do that. But
Yeah.
that look at that label, dude.
How does it do that?
Fucking a lot of crazy AI computer generated shit. I don't know.
I'm going to get let in and then I'm going to feed it some stuff and post it in the Facebook group.
Do it. And then do you have Discord?
Yes, you put me on Discord.
Good. Do the mid journey because this one's mid journey. It's crazy.
Okay.
It's crazy. Okay.
Very cool. Oh, I like that one.
All right. I think this it's a big deal. This shit's a big deal. You can do the same with blog posts. You can just put in content. They're just these AI
I know.
things write your
I've
content.
seen that.
Crazy.
I get Facebook ads about that.
Yeah.
That you can have AI write blog posts for you.
It's insane. All right. Questions?
Questions. Can I wee first?
Yeah, sure, dude.
I'm going to mute myself because I'm not far from the bathroom.
Please definitely do that. Leave your camera on though. All right. I want to know what his other beers were. The number 6 beer. I want to know that. So there's a lot we can do with these different beers. If you guys listening want to know more about the AI art stuff, we're going to put a blog post out about it. But if you go in the Facebook group and post questions or anything you want to know, or I can share the template or just like the images that it came up with, because it's pretty crazy. It's pretty wild that you can just like there's like only certain percentage of beers that you would put out with that kind of art, because it wouldn't make sense for certain types of beers, like if you're really specific about what you wanted. But a lot of the beers are just weird and vague and fun, and it's awesome for that kind of thing.
This hotel room is creepy. It's creepy, but in a good way.
Okay.
So on the floor in the bed, next to the bed, there's like an LED light that's on the floor, and it turns on motion detected.
That's good.
So when you go have a whiz in the middle of the night,
You can see your
as soon as
feet.
you put your feet down, the light turns on. You can see where you're going.
I like that.
You should have that in a dancing.
I don't have that kind of technology, but I think that's a good idea. Right, we have a few questions this week, which is good.
What do you got?
Now, everyone who listens to this on audio got to understand the rules. I read it out as we see it, and if it's real bad, it is
That's
what it is.
It's bad.
Adam Shell,
Which
first
one?
question. I don't know. It's the other one, I think, by the looks of that.
Right,
Listening to a US-based podcast, well, question : capitals, all capitals.
Right.
That's good.
excellent.
Listening to a US-based podcast and they mentioned West Coast Pilsner. Is it likely to just be a take on the NZ Pilsner using West Coast hops?
Or is it cold IPA? Because that is also very much a West Coast style.
But NZ Pilsner using West Coast hops would be a cold IPA, wouldn't it? Almost. I actually don't understand.
Those
the
who know
difference.
how to make a New Zealand Pilsner well and who use the correct yeast strain for it. Maybe. It's an IPL.
IPL. Yeah, I remember IPLs. They were great.
Fucking
Yes.
IPL. That's what it is.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Let's call it a West Coast lager. Fucking whatever.
All right, I'm down with that. All right.
As long as people
Paul
drink more
Metcalf.
beer and we can eat.
Question, colon,
Colin.
capital D for does this make the most important beer list? A mosey fruity beer.
Do you know what I did see today? Have you seen this week? CUB have come out with fruity beer.
I did see that, and I don't know why I didn't put it in our list of things to talk about. But I probably should have.
I actually drove past a bottle shop today and I was like that close to just going in and getting it. I was like, fuck, they did it.
Yeah.
Actually did it.
Well, I think we should do it for next week. Let's have it.
Which I think
next
the
week.
concept, okay, so the idea is it's free beer, comes in a fucking Red Bull can,
Yeah.
shaped can, slim can, and it's literally called fruity beer.
Mm-hmm.
And I can just imagine the marketing department having the brainstorming session about it. It's like all of the people are drinking those crafty fruity beers. We need to make a crafty fruity beer and corner the market. What do we call it? Let's call it fruity beer. Hey, you're such a fucking genius.
I think I'm less skeptical only because
I'm going to give you a pay rise. Here's a $50,000 bonus. I don't know. Whereas the people who drink, the problem that I've got at the moment is people want to make a beer that's not fruity. So it's like, when you want to drink a beer that's not fruity, and that's what CUB is actually good at,
Yeah.
They make good beers, So they go, we'll make a fruity beer. And I find the irony of it so fucking funny because us dickhead craft brewers use hops to make fruity flavors without actually putting fruit in the beer. And then they go, well, people like those. Let's make a fruity beer. And so we'll put some flavoring in there. It might be natural flavor, it might be artificial flavoring, fucking whatever. There's no fucking fruit in it. Right, just to make a beer that tastes fruity, like we make a beer that's fruity, and none of them have fruit in it.
Right. Do you think? I actually didn't think that's what it was about. I thought it was just like a kind of a seltzer, a thing for seltzer drinkers.
It's not seltzer. It actually is beer. It looks like beer.
Right.
We need
to do a live
seltzer 2.0,
tasting of it.
I think. I'm fucking gonna. If I see a BWS tomorrow, I'm buying it because I actually
Next
saw
week live
for
tasting
sale
of
today.
fruity
Live
beer.
taste, sure. Why not? Fuck
I
it.
think that'd be fun.
I'm not taking the piss out of CEB for having a crack at it, but I just find the irony of it so funny.
Yeah,
on both the mainstream beer and also craft brewers. It's funny to me. I don't know. Anyway,
I understand that. I'm a bit less reluctant to assume they're idiots because big companies tend to know what they're doing, but they could be complete bullshit. But
hey, you know what? It might fucking work, and if it does, good on them.
Yeah. And I was more thinking about, is it like a seltzer or is it like a sour? Because we've been making, most craft brewers are now making fruity beers with hops and sours with fruit and seltzers with artificial flavors.
Yes.
So
sure.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Yeah, we fucking are.
Connor McCormack, hashtag number 2, says field trip suggestions, thanks.
Whereabouts?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. We can't respond to these, so
Adelaide, I'll tell you tomorrow.
All right. Update on Adelaide tomorrow. All right. Adam Shell, same one as before. I don't know which one.
Rightio.
I know it's not the other one because it's the same one.
Rightio.
Bonus question, Colin. Whenever you do something awesome and Hendo agrees, he sends this meme below. Conspiracy theory. This is Hendo with hair, and he's trying to get us to realize that he sends the Zach Galifianakis zooming in.
No, it's not Zach Galifianakis. Fuck
Well, it
off.
looks like him.
No, it's Robert.
Definitely looks like him.
No. It's the approval meme.
He's the Between Two Ferns guy.
No, it's not. It's from. it's from a movie.
Is it called
Not of
Between Two
approval.
Ferns?
No, it's not Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, I know. Is it called The Hangover?
No.
Oh,
I need to find. Know your meme. There, it's the Jeremiah Johnson Not of Approval.
not of approval. Okay.
Right. And I believe I said Robert Redford. Yes. Oh, here it says here. It's Robert Redford playing the titular role in the 1972 film Jeremiah Johnson, although oftentimes Redford is mistaken for comedian Zach Galifianakis.
Yep.
Of course.
That's Robert
Fucking
Redford.
Amateurs. It's Robert Redford.
That's amazing. I thought
And
that
it's
was
used,
definitely
and
the
I
way he
use
nods.
it is my favorite GIF to use. And so basically, if you're listening to the audio, it's basically Robert Redford and the camera
It's Zach
it
Galifianakis.
zooms in, and then right when it zooms in, you can just see his face. He just gives this nod of approval, right? And I fucking love that GIF. Right? I will use that GIF until the day I die.
How do you
In
find it?
fact-
Like if you see a comment on Facebook that you want to nod against,
Yeah, you just pull
what
up
are your
the GIF
next?
keyboard.
What's your next move?
You pull up the GIF keyboard.
You've got a
search
GIF
for
keyboard for GIFs.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
You search for approval, and
Approval.
Robert Redford always pops up, and then you fucking
Okay.
send it.
And then if you did the same thing but search for Zach Galifianakis, you can same
Well,
result. Or
I would challenge Zach Galifianakis to actually do a recreation of that GIF.
surely he has.
Mm,
It's definitely him. That's definitely
it's
him.
my favorite. It's my favorite GIF, and I love sending it.
All right.
And if you've gotten it, then I definitely approve, because I don't hand it out to everybody. I love using it, but you've got to earn it.
Well, the 12 have earned it because it comes up daily.
I don't use
Right.
it daily.
Darren Hosey, is this the ultimate secret goal of this page for the 12? Just a front for Fight Club Golf. The 12 that are here are the 12 that want to be here, and those are the guys I want to fight with.
What?
Wow. Is that Live Golf? Trevor Immelman.
I don't understand what's happening right now.
Well, it's a visual. Do you want to see the here? You got to see the visual. It's a golf guy. The 12 that are here are the 12 that I want to be here. Those are the guys I want to fight with. It's a tribute to the 12.
Yeah, 12, I want to be here. But those are the girls I want to. Trevor
Who is Trevor Immelman?
Immelman. Never heard of him.
Let's find out. He looks a lot like Zach Galifianakis. No, he doesn't.
Shaven.
Professional golfer. There's got to be a Live Golf thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, President's got Trevor forced to play by the rules despite Live Golf impact. Interesting. Yeah, there's like a big thing happening in golf at the moment where like the PGA Tour is clashing with Greg Norman's Live Golf or Live Golf. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's
Yeah,
chaos.
Right.
It's
Okay.
chaos in the golfing world right now.
Fantastic.
Cam Smith, the Queensland guy, he's signed with Live Golf and he's sending it. The guy with the mullet and the moss.
Yeah.
You know the guy?
No.
You don't follow golf, do you?
No.
Right. Well, yes. The answer to that question is yes.
Yes.
Samuel Midler, as the
Oh.
resident Grods expert, TM, oh yeah, come on.
Yeah.
I have to admit that yours put some lead in my pencil.
He's a very, very good home brewer. He cleaned up at
Yeah.
the QABC.
I know, Sam.
He's very good.
Put some lead in his pencil.
Like he should, like seriously, that dude should go pro.
Yeah, he always wins our homebrew comps. He's legit.
Mm.
Put some lead in his pencil. That's a pretty fair.
That's good. We put lead in someone's pencil.
Good. I like that. Thank you. Question, Colin, from Louis G. I thought it was called Grodlaunski. Am I missing something?
Grod's launch ski.
That's true.
You got to read it, not fucking say it.
Well, I called it Grodlaunski, but I think what he's saying is I could have called it Grodlaunski.
True.
It's probably a fair
You
point.
didn't.
Yeah.
Happens.
Question 2, no uppercase on the. Be consistent. Who's going to win the AFL Grand Final? Geelong, because they
Cats.
make good beer down
Cats. Yeah.
there.
Cats.
And also their favourites.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that Swans only got up by 1 last week.
Yeah. And Gazza used to play for them and then came to play for us and then left us.
Yeah.
And then went back to play for them, which is fine.
Are you talking about the Suns?
Yeah.
I'm sorry for you.
Do you know the fun fact, the amount of finals campaigns the Suns have had is the exact same number that we've made in dollar value on this podcast in its lifetime.
That's impressive.
It's crazy those two things match up.
Yeah, it's the worlds align sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. Adam Shell, I'm pretty sure it's the same one.
Fucking hell.
Discussion, Colin. I like that.
Okay.
Ballistic Recall includes a lot of stock of best before is in a few weeks.
There's a Ballistic Recall?
I didn't know about this. Hawaiian Haze Pale Ale, best before 5th of October, up to and including 28 February 23.
Is it foodstandards.gov.au offline? Sorry, we're currently offline for maintenance. Nice work.
Discussion. Ballistic Recall includes a lot of stock best before. Oh, so it's like recalling old stock.
Let's have a look.
This is happening right now. It's live. I'm
sure it is.
Website.
I'm trying to find it. No thanks.
That's just offering me 10% off. I'm old as shit, dude.
Blog.
Where's the blog?
Product recall. Hawaiian Haze again. Oh my god.
Where's the blog? Give me a link.
Go to Ballistic.
Got it.
Have you got it?
Got it. Wow, this has happened today. Okay.
Hawaiian IPA, Reef Pale, multiple batches.
Re-fermentation, possibly exploding cans. So was Adam Shell's question like that these were old batches and they're probably kind of gone by now, or what was the spirit of his question?
I don't know.
Well, his question was,
holy moly, there's a lot of batches of beer.
Ballistic Recall. The question is, Ballistic Recall includes a lot of stock of best before that's in a few weeks. So it's like kind of old stock.
November. Yeah.
Potential quality should come next level of product.
That's a lot of batches of beer that's being recalled.
Interesting. Information is.
I mean, good on them for doing it. They're doing the right thing. 100%. Yeah. Great.
Yeah, it is interesting though, because if you think, like this, like we've talked about this before, there's been lots of cases where small breweries have, that I've been aware of, that have beers that, probably should be recalled, but they've been 6 months old and they probably assume they're all sold and don't do it.
It's really interesting. They've got batches of beer that have a batch number, but was packaged have 2 different expiry dates. So that would imply they've packed the beer over 2 separate days.
Well, that's not that unusual.
Yeah, but okay. So here's the lesson learned out of that, right? If you're going to pack a batch of beer, either A, pack the whole fucking thing in a day and be done with it. Or B, if you're packing the same batch of beer over multiple days, it should have the same expiry date. It's one here, 20. It's been packed over 3 separate days.
Yeah.
Oh
well, yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
I know that happens. I'm not saying that like it's a bad thing to happen, but I think that for future recalls, like the lesson that I would take out of this would be, if you're going to pack a batch of beer over multiple days, all days should have the same expiry date.
But doesn't the canning machine knows the current date and it'll add 6 months?
Correct.
Maybe not
exactly,
theirs, but
No.
Yeah.
You would just add, 180 days or,
Yeah.
however many days to the current date. But in the future, I'd go, okay, we're packing this thing. It should be this expiry date for the whole batch.
So when were these packed? So February, March, April, May, June, July.
In 9 months. So yeah, February.
Yeah, so these are all fucking old beers. Interesting. All right, well, they're not all old, actually. May. Wine has May. Yeah, so that 22148 is packed in May. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. It's a bugger.
That's a bummer.
Because good bunch of people there, good beers. I think by the looks of that, there's a big lesson to be learned, and I'm sure they'll figure it out. Good bunch of people at Ballistic. So
it's a hard thing to make beer. It's a very hard thing to make.
And do it well.
Shit goes wrong. But yeah, like you said, it sounds like they're doing the right thing. All right.
100%.
That's it, mate.
All right.
Fucking almost went for
I'm going to
bloody 2 hours.
I'm going to do my field trip tomorrow, and I'll keep you posted and that sort of thing. And
Live stream from the Whitmore.
Or somewhere. Probably Bright Star, actually.
Okay.
Because it's my favourite brewery in Adelaide. That's not a client. So, got to be there. Got to be in it.
Good. I'm looking forward to it.
I'll see you next week.
See you next week, mate. Talk to you soon. Cheers to our sponsors.
Yeah, fuck yeah. All one of them. All none of them.
See ya.